The stone the builders rejected has become the head of the corner, a stone of stumbling, and a rock that makes men fall. I have to not be ashamed of the gospel that chose me. But it was on that very verse, the stone the builders rejected, that I was saved. I was born again, fortunately for me, but unfortunately to a degree, because once you become born again, you're an enemy of the world. The world hates you. It rejects you just like it rejected Jesus. It rejects you. Because I'm special. I'm a prince. You see, not in this world. In this world, I'm mistreated by the world. I'm hated by the world. God can do anything he wants to do, but in this world, you will have tribulation, especially if the children of the promise are hated by the jealous other brother. And that's the truth about the gospel. You see, God made me special. And I realize that I'm special. And the more I know that I'm special, the more special God becomes to me, because God made me special. God made me special, and he made other people jealous. That's the way God made it, because God is God. And there is no other God. He decided to do it this way because he's God. Isn't that ironic? Oh, well, what God would you like to have? Well, I'd like to have a God that loves everybody and saves everybody, but that's not the God of the Bible. You see, that's the problem. If you're going to choose a God, you're going to have to choose a different God. If you're an Arminian and you want to choose your God, you want to elect your God, okay, it is not the God of the Bible. I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the God of the Bible is the very God that you've rejected. You rejected that God because you don't like the idea that God has the power and the choice to do whatever he wills in the world. But that's exactly his point, isn't it? God created everything. Oh, well, that's not fair. That's not fair. You have to be fair. Where does it say that God has to be fair? God is holy. Yeah, but he created evil. Yes, he did. He created evil. He created evil so that you would be jealous. Now, you can turn and you can go and find the true God, but as long as you're preaching a God that's not the true God and denying the Holy Spirit that makes you born again and makes you special, as long as you're denying that God. Oh, yes, the John 6:65 and 66, the one where Jesus says you can't come to the Father unless the Father grants it to you. That's where you turned away from God. You see, but that's the God of the Bible. That's the true God. There's no other God but that God. So you can't have that God and blaspheme the Holy Spirit. You've made your own Jesus. And that's the problem. Get out and get away from my Jesus. You have no right to preach him. You're confusing the word to other people. And by the way, it doesn't matter because God's in control of everything you do. You're just a puppet. You're just a puppet of Satan. God puts you under his rule. You're there to bring out the truth. Your hypocrisy, your lie, is bringing out the truth that you can't have my God. That God is taken. I can prove from the Bible, oh, you can twist the word. You can try to make it sound like, oh, yes, we have a choice. Yes, your will over God's. That's a lie. You're a liar, and you're of Satan. Get out of the true Bible God. If you want the God of the Bible, you're going to have to embrace the God of the Bible. And I have proven, and I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this God of the Bible chooses and predestines people according to his will and not yours. Oh, yes, he foreknew. Those he foreknew. Well, Jesus said, I never knew you. I never knew you because you don't know him. You don't know God, and he did not foreknow you because you are not one of his sheep. Get out. Either fall on your knees and embrace